The 5 thresholds penicillin crossed along its long history were new chemical elements, life, collective learning, expansion and interconnection, and the modern revolution. New chemical elements is one of the most important thresholds penicillin crossed in order for it to be what it is today. With a molecular formula of C16H18N2O4S, the different chemical elements formed from collapsing stars were essential for the creation of this drug. The combination of various elements is what makes up the substance, and without them, penicillin would just be empty space. These elements were carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, and sulfur. Life is another threshold that contributes greatly to the creation of penicillin. The fungus, Penicillium notatum, that produces penicillin is a living organism. This ties into life, as the fungus was one of the first microbes that roamed the earth. It developed and evolved more and more until millions of years later, Alexander Fleming found it in his petri dishes. The next threshold, collective learning, is a key threshold for the majority of objects and commodities we see today. This is quite the same for penicillin. In order for humans to discover and develop penicillin, we would have required prior scientific and medical knowledge. From collective learning, this knowledge has been built on from the first of our ancestors, gathering and storing new information. With different experiences and a developed understanding of medicine, each subsequent generation, 250,000 years later, humans are finally advanced enough to understand various microbes and penicillin along with it. From collective learning, we were able to develop a key understanding of penicillin and develop it into a more useful entity for the benefit of humanity. This further leads into expansion and interconnection, where humans grew their societies and increased their connectivity. Learning more from one another and bringing together people of different experiences, knowledge of various topics, including medicine and science, grew rapidly. This knowledge will lead to the modern revolution and subsequently the discovery of the development of penicillin. The final threshold that penicillin crossed, and the one you are currently listening to this in, is the modern revolution. From previous knowledge accumulated from collective learning and expansion and interconnection, technology advanced, understandings of various scientific and medical fields deepened, and we were able to revolutionize the world. The discovery of penicillin by Alexander Fleming will lead a new path for medicine, with Howard Florey and his team developing it into a drug in 1942. This would save millions of lives, killing previously deadly bacteria and pathogens. The modern revolution is the threshold which impacted the most on the creation of penicillin, which revolutionized the medical world.